Hi, I'm Attorney Tom Lamb in North Carolina. In this Asbestos News Minute, I want to tell you about a large jury verdict in favor of a woman who was diagnosed with mesothelioma after being exposed to asbestos dust that was brought into the home by her late grandfather. In late October 2009, a Baltimore City Circuit Court jury awarded more than $20 million to a University of Maryland nursing professor who contracted mesothelioma from being exposed to asbestos while washing the work clothes of her grandfather, who was an insulation worker. And this washing of clothes took place back in the late 1960s. Only in June of 2008 was Jocelyn Farrar, age 57, diagnosed with the asbestos-related mesothelioma cancer. Going back in time, in her late teens, Jocelyn helped with the laundry at her grandparents' Silver Spring, Maryland home, according to trial testimony. Her grandfather, John Hengen, worked at the Forestal Building in Washington, D.C. from December 1968 through the following spring. Insulation for the building was provided by Georgia Pacific Corporation, which entity was the defendant in this asbestos lawsuit. The jury returned with its $20,272,000 award after a 2-week trial presided over by Judge Barry G. Williams. As part of her medical treatment, Jocelyn had to have her right lung removed. The tumors are not progressing at present, and her prognosis is good under the circumstances. However, there is no cure at this point for mesothelioma. It is a fatal cancer, and normal or average lifespan from date of diagnosis is usually 18 to 24 months. Returning to the jury award, $18.5 million was for non-economic damages such as pain and suffering. $1.6 was for lost earnings and lost earnings capacity going forward. $97,000 was for past medical expenses, and $75,000 was allotted for future medical expenses. Notably, this large jury verdict award is not subject to Maryland's statutory cap on non-economic damages, because that limitation does not apply to asbestos exposure that occurred before July 1986. As you may know, and according to the National Cancer Institute, symptoms of mesothelioma might not appear until 30 to 50 years after exposure to asbestos. In this instance, it looks as if it was 40 years thereabouts, with the washing of clothes in the late 60s and a diagnosis in June of 2008. Generally, this type of case is called a second-hand exposure case, for the reason being that Jocelyn herself did not work with or around asbestos, which is the traditional case. Rather, her exposure came second-hand by means of the clothes washing she did for her grandfather. For more information, visit asbestoslegalwatch.com. Thank you, and have a good day.